Have you ever caught yourself smirking with that sly, knowing amusement, the kind that bubbles up when the NHL's chaos unfolds like a perfectly scripted comedy of errors, leaving you chuckling at the absurdity while plotting how your team might capitalize on the madness? That's the cheeky intrigue swirling around Penguins Nation today as Dan's daily drops a buffet of roster revelations, waiver wire drama, and league-wide shenanigans that could tip the scales for Pittsburgh's season opener. Welcome back to Penguins Insider, your cheeky chronicle of black and gold banner. I'm your host, serving up the sarcasm and savvy with a side of sharp analysis. Today, we're slicing into Penguins' finalized 23-man squad, spotlighting breakout stars and potential flops, plus a whirlwind of NHL buzz from goalie waivers to a Flyers blockbuster and Toronto's endless Nick Robertson saga. This is the preseason pandemonium that sets the stage for glory or groans. Let's unpack it with a wink and a nod, because in hockey, fortune favors the bold and the bemused. Let's kick things off right here in Pittsburgh, where the Penguins have locked in their 23-man roster, trimming the fat and sharpening the edges just in time for the regular season grind. Pittsburgh Hockey Now's Deep Dive previews the lineups, tossing out bold projections on who's poised to shine and who might fizzle like a dud firework. Picture this: a rookie forward. Whispers point to someone like Rutger McCrory, potentially lighting up the score sheet with 10 goals and 40 points, blending fresh legs with that raw hunger to prove himself alongside vets like Sidney Crosby. On the flip side, a free agent signee could end up riding the press box pine if early chemistry falters. Think a depth defender struggling to mesh with Erik Karlsson's puck-moving flair. These aren't wild guesses. They're grounded in camp observations, where speed, grit, and adaptability separated the keepers from the cuts. GM Kyle Dubas has crafted a group that's lean and mean, balancing the star power of Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and Chris Letang with emerging talents ready to step up. It's a roster built for resilience, aiming to erase last season's playoff miss by emphasizing depth scoring and defensive stability. But as Dan Kingerski quips, it's all about execution. Will this mix gel into a contender, or will inconsistencies rear their ugly heads again? Diving into the waiver wire aftermath, it's no shocker that all 5 Penguins cast-offs cleared on Sunday, paving their way to Wilkes-Barre/Scranton for AHL seasoning. Ryan Graves, the hulking defenseman whose $4.5 million cap hit has been a point of contention, heads down after a preseason that highlighted his physicality but exposed skating lapses. Sam Poulin, the 2019 first-rounder who's battled injuries and inconsistency, gets another shot at development, though Kingerski admits a twinge of hope that another team might snag him for a fresh start. Alex Alexiev brings size and snarl but looked a step slow. Raphael Harvey-Pinard faded after a hot camp start, and Boko Imama adds toughness to the farm system. These moves underscore Dubas' calculated ruthlessness, clearing space for the NHL roster while stocking the minors with upside. For fans, it's a bittersweet nod to the business side. Poulin's journey tugs at the heartstrings, a reminder of draft dreams deferred, but it frees up flexibility for call-ups if injuries hit. Kingerski's insider take for PHN Plus subscribers peels back the curtain on the final cuts, offering scoops on who barely made the grade and why, complete with lineup hypotheticals that have message boards buzzing. Shifting to the broader NHL circus, where the goalie market is about to explode like a poorly timed line brawl. NHLRumors.com flags 3 intriguing netminders hitting waivers. Think veterans like Michael DiPietro or Clay Stevenson, who could tempt cap-strapped teams looking for bargains. Kingerski doubts Dubas bites, given our tandem with Tristan Jarry and Alex Nedeljkovic. But stranger things have happened. A depth ad might hedge against Jarry's injury history. Over in Florida, the fallout from Saturday's Panthers-Lightning Donnybrook continues, with the league slapping fines on 4 Bolts players for their role in the old-school scrap. Florida Hockey Now's George Richards dives into the mayhem. Over 200 penalty minutes, ejections galore, and stats that read like a beer league blowout. It's a throwback to hockey's rough-and-tumble roots, but with modern repercussions. Fines up to $5,000 per player, signaling the NHL's push for cleaner play amid growing scrutiny on violence. Yet, there's an undercurrent of amusement. As Richards notes, these rivalries fuel the fire that keeps fans hooked, even if the league plays hall monitor. Up north, the Toronto Maple Leafs are trapped in their annual Groundhog Day with Nick Robertson, the skilled winger who's dazzled in preseason, but faces roster uncertainty. TSN's video breakdown questions if he'll stick or become trade bait again. With a good camp under his belt, 4 points in 5 games, Robertson's speed and shot make him a tantalizing target. Kingerski half-jokingly adds him to Pittsburgh's wish list, envisioning him as a middle six spark alongside Brian Rust. It's classic Leafs drama. Talent abounds, but cap constraints and depth charts create perpetual debates. Sportsnet chimes in with their 9 top storylines for the season, including the evergreen Crosby-Malkin trade whispers, deemed banal by Kingerski, who argues are overblown given the duo's loyalty and no-move clauses. Still, if Pittsburgh stumbles early, those rumors could gain traction, adding a layer of ironic tension to our rebuild narrative. Elsewhere, the Philadelphia Flyers pulled off a savvy cap-clearing trade, shipping out the virtually retired Ryan Ellis to San Jose for minimal return but massive relief, freeing up $6.25 million in space. Philly hockey now praises GM Daniel Breer's methodical approach. No big mistakes, just decisive moves that position the Flyers for a patient rebuild. It's the kind of front office wizardry Penguins fans might envy, especially as Dubas navigates our own tight cap, $2 million under. In Chicago, Matt Grzelcyk turned a PTO gamble into a 1-year deal with the Blackhawks. For Chicago Hockey Now, a feel-good story of perseverance for the veteran defenseman, who will add stability to their young core. Detroit's roster cuts, as detailed by Detroit Hockey Now, usher in a rookie wave. Steve Yzerman kept a talented trio of freshmen, signaling a step forward in their rebuild. But Kingerski's ominous organ music quipped wonders if it's enough to break their playoff drought, echoing Pittsburgh's own quest for that elusive edge. Tying this all back to the Penguins, today's roundup is a masterclass in NHL irony. Rosters solidify amid waiver regrets, fines fly from fun fights, and trade debates rage eternally. Our 23-man squad feels poised for surprises. Breakouts like a rookie sniper stealing the show, or busts if a vet can't adapt. It's amusing how the league's quirks mirror our path. Dubas cuts mirror Breer's pragmatism, while Robertson's limbo highlights the value of our depth. As the season dawns, these stories underscore hockey's unpredictable charm, where one waiver claim or trade twist can redefine fortunes. Pittsburgh's blend of legends and upstarts has the potential for magic, but execution is key. Will we laugh last at contenders or rue missed opportunities? In wrapping this cheeky chronicle of preseason plot twists, it's evident the NHL's blend of drama and decisions sets up a season ripe for underdog tales and ironic comeuppances. For the Penguins, it's about harnessing that roster resolve to defy the doubters and chase playoff glory. As we gear up for opening night, let's embrace the absurdity and aim high. After all, in hockey, the best stories are the ones that surprise us all. If this wry romp through rosters, waivers, and league lunacy has you grinning with that insider's glee, ready to debate the Penguins' path, get out like Button a playful poke to join the fun. Let's turn the comments into a mock GM summit. Who's your breakout pick for Pittsburgh? And would you trade for Nick Robertson? Dish your devious ideas below, and subscribe to keep the banter flowing all season long. Until the puck drops, keep smirking through the madness.